Hello, my name is Mindy Lockard, and I'm the editor of mannerofthemonth.com magazine and mindylockard.com blog. And I'm here today to talk to you about our September issue, which I'm really excited about. It's called Fall for Food. And the entire premise of this issue is about getting into the kitchen and expanding our culinary confidence. Because when we feel comfortable at the table, our tableside manner is impeccable. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to share with you a little bit about what I do in the kitchen with my family. And my heart really is around how we expand our children's culinary confidence. And today, what we're going to do is we're going to make a really simple recipe that I've made with my girls, and it's something that you can do in your kitchen as well. And the recipe comes from my darling friend Katie Parks, and this is a recipe that she learned from her mother. It actually isn't on a recipe card anywhere. She just wrote down the things that she had seen her mother doing, which I love because that's what I want our kids to know. I want them to know the tradition of being in the kitchen as a family. Miss Mary calls for 2 cups of macaroni, and I like to use the smaller macaroni because it fits a little bit better in the tomato. Now in this pot, I've heated some olive oil, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and Miss Mary's mac and cheese calls for 2 tablespoons of butter, so you can do either of those. And what you do is you add 3 tablespoons of minced, and it's very, very important that it's minced because if you have big chunks of onion, sometimes children don't appreciate that. So we're going to put it in, and we are going to saute them until they are almost translucent. If we're trying to give our children's palate an experience, it's okay to expose them to some different flavors. And onion helps do that. It complements your cheese really nicely. We are going to make a roux with some flour, and this calls for 2 tablespoons of flour. You just want to mix that in there. Kosher salt, and then you also want to season it with some pepper. You want to add your milk. 2 to 3 cups, depending on how many you're serving of your milk. She loved a combination of mild cheddar, Parmesan, and some Gruyere. And the great thing about the combination of those flavors, and we're going to put those here into our cheese sauce, is that the Gruyere creates a really mild, creamy base for your mac and cheese, for the cheese. And then your Parmesan is what gives it that flavor so that you're not searching for the cheese in your mouth. And it helps your children to really kind of experience a different taste. And then the cheddar, honestly, it gives it the color. It gives it the color of what they assume mac and cheese to be, which is that color that is usually in a powder that comes out of a box that my husband loves. So this sauce is exactly what you want it to look like. It's a great consistency, and a lot of that comes, again, like I said, from the Gruyere. It just makes it really creamy. And then the cheddar has that beautiful golden color to it. And so we're going to just toss our noodles into the cheese sauce. And then you just mix the cheese sauce around on these noodles until it completely mixes together. So the next aspect of this recipe is to prepare your tomato. And what I love about tomatoes is I am not a gardener. Please do not get me wrong. I am not. My grandmother was a beautiful gardener, and I did not get the green thumb in the gene pool. However, I want to garden, and so we planted a few tomatoes, which was very easy this summer. And I send the girls out, and they can pick some for a dish like this and have a few snacks along the way. So Elle and Maggie actually shelled these 2 out, so this is something that your children can do. We just cut off the top. And then you take a spoon, and this is where your children will need a little help. And you just pop out the center, and then you take out all of the seeds and the insides. Now, a lot of children have issues with tomatoes, and in fact, my husband doesn't care for tomatoes. And what I've learned is that it's not the actual outside of the tomato that he doesn't care for, but it's the insides. And so as we're expanding our children's culinary confidence, serving a dish in a tomato like this helps expose them to a tomato without the seeds and, quite frankly, the slimy stuff inside. So we have our tomatoes ready here, and all we do is we just take them and fill them with this delicious, yummy cheese and noodles. And I actually put this right on my serving tray, and this is one of those trays that can go from the oven to the table. You just put them on the plate like this, then you have some extra of your Parmesan and your cheddar, and you just top the tops. And this actually gets some kind of that crispiness. We don't put breadcrumbs on the top of these, but this actually gets crispy and it's really yummy. So we just do that, and then we pop them in the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes. And what I have here is a batch of these beautiful tomatoes that we made ahead of time, and this is that color that you're looking for. Look at how beautiful those are, and they smell amazing. This is going to fill your home with this rustic, beautiful aroma. So what I love about these plates is they can go from the oven to the table. And what we do is we garnish them with some basil from our yard. So again, we can send the girls out for this final touch. If you have any questions about this, or you do choose to make this, please stop by the blog and let me know how it went for you and what worked and what didn't work, because we're all in this together, and the more we can share with each other, the better we can prepare our children's culinary confidence and ensure that they have an impeccable tableside manner. Again, my website is www.mindylockard.com/blog, or subscribe to Manner of the Month if you want to get fall for food at www.mannerofthemonth.com. Enjoy.